night is cold. The buildings are tall. The sky, except for where it's starlit, is black. Also, I should mention, there's a large gun pointed at my face. Because there's a large gun pointed at my face, things tend to speed up the way they do in nature films. Seeds sprout, leaves grow in 10 seconds. The way things are speeding up now. How do you want to die? Well, I wouldn't want to be caught dead in this sweatshirt, which wasn't exactly true. If I didn't want to be caught dead in this sweatshirt, I wouldn't have worn it. It's black with a skull and crossbones emblem on the pocket. The skull and crossbones wasn't an inspired choice, but that's my business. Pick your own death shirt. American playwright and poet N.H. Millay once said about grief, "Where you used to walk in the world, there is now a hole, which I find myself avoiding in the daytime and falling in at night." This describes Sandra as she searches for those she's lost in 100% Cotton by David James Poisson. The night rises and falls and rises again, and things slow way down. If you don't want to be caught dead in that sweatshirt, you best take it off. Now, I don't know much about guns, but this is a big one. The kind that leaves your corpse unrecognizable, which is okay, because there's no one left on this spinning planet to faint when the coroner lifts the sheets. The mugger didn't get my smugness, that it was on purpose. I fold the sweatshirt and put it on the street between us. First time being held up, huh? Now, I could tell him the truth, that this is actually my third time this week being held up, that I've watched the local news nightly in order to pinpoint the exact intersection where I'd most likely get killed. That I chose this street in this neighborhood to wander nightly. That I've been roughed up, cursed, and mugged. But not one guy has pulled the trigger. It turns out all they really care about is money, not blood. Non-compliance, I decide, is my best option. Last night, I sang, I belted, did a little dance, gyrated my hips. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. That only freaked the guy out. Didn't even stick around for the cash. This guy, though, this guy looks like he would put a bullet through your forehead if you just found the right words to provoke him. I pointed to the sweatshirt between us. 100% cotton. English is my first language. American Sign Language is my second. This is how my father died. He was born deaf and taught me his language, though it wasn't always his language, not for years. There was a time in this country's history where the deaf were taught to speak in tongues, as though all of America were afraid of hands, of what the deaf might do with a language all their own. My dad found happiness through a woman who hung around long enough to teach him to speak with his body. He died last year when a man asked for his wallet. Dad kept walking, and the man shot him. Count from 5. 5. The sweatshirt between us looks lonely. sweatshirt. 4. I don't know whether my father misunderstood his killer or he saw the gun and walked on, knowing what came next. Something at the end of the gun clicks. He takes a step toward me. It won't be long now. 3. You want to know why I want to die, but putting something like that into words is like trying to explain what stands between people. I think that whatever holds us back is the same thing that left my mother tethered to our attic rafters by an orange extension cord. It's what sings in my ear to follow her. She wasn't afraid to do to herself what I'm asking someone to do for me. If I fall forward, the sweatshirt will catch my head like a pillow. I'm ready. 2. We talk in our sleep, and so do the deaf. Nights, I wander to my father's room, watching his hands work over his chest. It was the language of dreams. Incomprehensible, but it was beautiful. His hands rose and fell like birds with his breathing. Sometimes I'd catch what he was trying to say. He was signing to my mother. 1. I close my eyes, and it's there. The barrel of the gun. I want to scream out, but I can't. I wait. You want to know what my father said that night, and I'll tell you. It's what I shout once the gunman's given up, returned his weapon to his jacket pocket. It's my voice to the gunman, and my father's hands to my mother in the night, calling, "Come back! Come back!"